Okay, let's get started. Um, okay, for today, so I was looking at these three pairs that we could look at for end of week back tests for this week, as well as AU. We'll start off with U Chef. So U Chef this week, I thought it had a good price action. So if you go ahead and delete all of this. Um, So what we'll do is we're currently bearish times two and bullish times one on this. Okay, so higher time frame and lower time frame we are bullish. Oh, sorry, we're bearish, and then intraday we are bullish. However, price came into a good price action down in here that I had previously marked up, but I didn't have anything set, and it was simply the 182 candle. Yep, it was this. So this had this so when we look at this price action before, right? So let's maybe come up. Okay, so when we look at this, if we were to follow the leg, so we had this was our previous leg, and then what we needed was obviously to make this high. There we go. So we got this as the high right there. But then when we look at our leg inside it, mm, one up. Yep. So when we look at, so we can see our accumulation, distro accumulation turns into reaccumulation. Our next, we could see price, reaccumulating, distributing, accumulating inside this. And we could see we could see them walking itself up. So when we look at that, the last thing that needed to be mitigated was this 182 candle, which is down here. We got this as a stop loss. Um, when we come into it this week, we can see this is what we tapped into. So if we did have, and again, this is where it differs a little bit because for those of us who have seen this as a continuation of the leg, would have maybe got this. Okay, then they may have set limit in there, but I personally deleted mine when we made this high here, because then I was looking at this as our lower time frame leg. So for me right now, this is now broken. So we've lower time frame bearish from here. Um, So, which is why I didn't have a limit set in here, but I did have this marked up from when price was previously trading back up in here. But nonetheless, it did give us a little something in here which we could look at. So this was our initial reaction, and we can see, let's look at our order flow coming in. We've got this low, punching in this low here. So this is what's currently maintaining it. But then when we drop back down even to more, this is where we get this beautiful price action. Um, We get this accumulation, right? And we get this as our trading range. And then we just got our sign of strength here. This was our USD chef. Well, in terms of our entry, so when we do that to that, then our 50 to 80. Okay, so it's pretty much just, it would be offsetting it from the 50 to 80. 80 here. So a little bit down there. And then the 80 to here. And then again, as I said, so we're looking for this high to get taken to go and make a move. Okay. And if, I guess if you wanted to hold on to it for a 10 to 1, there's your 10 to 1 here, right there. Unfortunately, this one we'd have to delete the 80 because we would have not got into it. And then there was this re-entry here as well, which I wouldn't have got into personally, but because it was Asian price action, but there was a clean re-entry. And how it is pretty much this here. So when we look at this leg, so this is the leg, right? But then when we look at the micro leg inside, we got this to that, this to that, and inside here we know this is our MC, and then we can see our distribution here. Oh, sorry, our reaccumulation here, which is the SC. Which is what obviously price needed to trade at. And then this is some sort of news. What is this, Wednesday? No, this is Monday. So maybe something from the chef side we had. Something from the chef side that we had over here that we could have reacted from. And then this is what it came into. But I wouldn't have personally looked at that. Hey Thomas man, how you doing? I was just literally just started and was looking at this USD chef that price came into this week. What from coming up from last week. But yeah, it was crazy because I previously had this area here marked up. Um, this was the 182 minute candle right in there that needed to be mitigated. But okay, cool. Nice man. Nice, nice. Yeah, but again, I deleted that order there when we made this high. So when punching this high, for me, this is what was holding it. So I went ahead and I deleted this because this was no longer the leg. But I know some people were just, I guess, looking at this as order flow, and then this would have been the entire leg. And if they did, as I said, this would be this. They should have had this order here. But nonetheless, there was that there, and because I wasn't in from no sell, I wasn't in any like at least there was a sell here. But at least I wasn't in no hedge to protect myself. I couldn't get this. I couldn't take this accumulation that happened here, which was quite clean, very very clean. Good price action, good session after sweeping up all of these guys, early buyers. Nice sweep, come back into the 50, 50 to 80, 80 to full stop loss. But the 80 would have not have activated, this would have. And then in terms of trade managing this, so for me, the moment that I guess we went and we done that, so when we went and we made this, I would have, so here, I would have gone to reduce risk, which would be at a 80, somewhere there, with leaving some gap. And in the moment we do that to that, I would have gone ahead and gone to this area right there, so reduce risk, if that makes sense. Then when we went ahead and done that, when we actually made this high, this is what's holding it, then I would have gone to break even. The reason why I would have done that is because my break even would be here. And unless we've changed legs, I don't really like that. And I'll talk about that with AU as well, because I did the same thing with AU this week. If the entry was like right there, so my reduced risk was my break even, then I would have been fine. But because we had a little bit of price action where price could come back to, and in this case it perfectly did, then I would have been screwed. So anytime I see something like that, I then reduce my reduced risk rather than coming to break even. Simply because of this perfect example here. But yeah, but the moment that we change leg, we've done that and we've actually got something, then I would have gotten to break even, which would be here. And then yeah, the rest was just history really. It provided us with a 10 to 1. Your first partial would have been somewhere here after that booth. Your 10 to 1 would have been sitting somewhere here. And then this week we went into a maximum of what, 12 to 1 really. Um, but yeah, I mean, and then he gave us this opportunity as well this week, which it was not it's not really clean, but because I wouldn't have personally played off that. And I get the thinking behind it would be playing off this. So this is now our leg. This becomes our SC. This becomes our MC, and we have played into this SC here. Um, and pretty much we've come back. But as I said, unless, I think there's a micro in here that we can have a look at. But other than that, I wouldn't have personally looked at this. So on a Thursday price action, we've got a London sweep, Asian sweep, sorry, and then we've got it in a form of micro here that would have gone, that would have been your re-entry opportunity, on a Thursday to go off. But again, I'm not going to backtest that because to me personally, it's not something that I would do in a real life. So there's no point me even looking at it, giving myself false hope. This for me was the actual clean play. Yeah. And even if I didn't have a target for me to go like higher up, because as I said, we are bearish times two, um, it would have been just this. This is the main target. I would have targeted that. But yeah, and then the rest don't have anything. We do have this area here, this nice distro. This is a very clean distro as well. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite come into that 50 or that 80. I wonder how far back it retraces. So it retraces back up to that 80. But yeah, I mean, even that. So this is a clean price action. The only thing I don't like is that, I mean, where are we doing that? Are we doing that in a place that's logical? And for me, I don't really think so. Because to me, yeah, we reacted from here, but that's all like order flow. Um, so yeah, clean price action. I guess for a hedge could have been a good one, but it was news. I wouldn't think on a real life I would have done that. But as I said, yeah, this was the price action there. It was kind of clean, I guess. The other one was AU Hong Kong dollar, which is I know is crazy, but it was good price action when I was looking at it. So, and again, this would just be order flow wise. So when we look at this, we have got this is our leg. Okay. So this is what's holding it, and then this is our distribution going into accumulation, turns into reaccumulation, that causes the break. So this is our SC. At the same time, this is also what's holding the order flow of this leg. Okay, so it's the MC of the order flow and the SC of the leg. And when we come into it, pretty cool. And I think you're gonna like this one as well, Thomas. So yeah, there's my fib. And then if you were to do the whole leg, okay. So I like the area. I mean, I like this whole area because this is maintained by New York. Sorry, this is maintained by London Open as well as the crossover. So we know a good amount of volume has come into this. And at the same time, we do know that this is the extreme of the order flow leg as well as it's got some cause and effect as the SC. And we know this is our area that we really want to focus on. I'll just put, yeah, bearish SC. Okay. Bullish SC, yeah. See what these photos I've got two shows just today and zero too much yet. Really? We'll look at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that now that we've got our point of interest. Again, no limit on this, but purely just after accumulation. And look at this bad boy, bro. So this is our point of interest. Okay, this is where we need to look for something, and there we go. Super, super, super clean. I mean, does it get any beautiful than this, bro? Tell me. I would have liked a fourth drive, but I mean, we get the break. Yeah, it's been super clean, super, super clean. Um, okay, so for me, I would have again offset this as well. So some of the 50 to 80, and then 80 to the line in the sand, which is right there. Um, and yeah, like this is great in terms of the session. So we've had the New York Open, and then we've gone into that. We've had a good few hours of crossover here, which is where we can really see the volume coming in, super, super clean. Um, and yeah, in terms of our target, so first target would be breaking that order flow, because at the moment we've got this low and we've got this low. So this was maintaining it. At the same time, this is Asian highs as well. So this would be our first partial. And again, we're already sitting above a 10 to 1. And where we're looking to take that is obviously to go and make this new high, because as I said, this is our order flow leg. So we were looking to break this. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think we do just yet. But in terms of R&R that you're floating on, you're currently at 38 to 1. I think that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Cool. And then there was this re-entry as well during news, but I don't know if anyone would have taken it. And it was pretty much this leg here. Yeah, but I don't think I would have taken it, to be honest. I think I would have just been managing this trade that I would have been in already from here. Um, yeah. And then in terms of that, I don't think there was any other entry opportunity. Uh, yeah, I guess there is this one. So when we look at this leg now, so after making this high, when we look at this leg, this is our MC, and then we know this is our SC, and then we kind of come back into it. But we don't come back into it in a sense of like accumulation, which is what we would have liked. Or there was no re-entry opportunity. Because I would have needed that break, and I would have needed price to come back to maybe play from here. But again, we never do. We just come in, mitigate, and then go. Um, yeah, yeah, and I come into 50, but again, it doesn't do anything just yet. The only other thing I would have looked at would be this area here. Yeah, this area here, but we don't come deep enough. But that was your opportunity, and then you would have just hold on to that really. But yeah, that was it. That was that week. That was on a Friday. So that would have been again the NFP. So and then US, so Nasdaq. I think Nasdaq was the cleanest out of the other two. Simply because it came into a good point of interest. Whereas, for example, if you were to look at this one, I was still waiting for it to come back into a good point of interest. Um, so for example, what I mean is, uh, so we had, so we know we tapped into the SC there, and we know we've distributed. And then in terms of this leg, we can see we made a new high. Here, sorry, let me go back. Yeah, we made this high here. So for me, this is what was maintaining it. And then I wanted price to come back into here to accumulate to go up higher, but we didn't do that. Um, and at the same time, what we're doing is we're kind of creating some ice. Okay, very clean ice right here. So I'll be looking for, whoops, I'll be looking for when price comes into this, like 50 to 80, and then look for distribution, because then maybe we could have this as the shakeout, or even like, this as the shakeout, and then look at this. I look if we can get some sort of micro in there, that would be good. Um, at the moment, this is what's still maintaining this anyway. This was the break. This was maintaining it, but just kind of coming back up now. But anyways, Nas was a bit different, and let's talk about that, because unlike US 30, Nas came into a point of interest. So again, just looking at this price action here, we know that we've broken this. Okay, We know that this is maintaining it. And what I like is that we come inside. We're playing deep into this. And if you were to do that to that, we can see there's so the 80 lines up with that 88.8. And if you were to do this and this, we can see that 80 lines up with that 80. So this was where we needed to look for something to accumulate. And we kind of got it, but it failed. So we could see that here, right? You could see that we was trying to get something, but we needed that break to happen. But then all of that changed when we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And we've got the break here, we've even got the break here, we've also got the break here. So whichever way that you would have been looking at it, you would have got the break. And then how you would have looked at this, that would have been your trading range. And then you would have kind of needed this at least to break, which we do. Okay. And then just measure the whole thing. So you could measure from that to that. Okay. And again, you would have to offset it from 50 to 80 really. There. And then when price comes back during the open, during the indices open, that's where your entry would be sitting at. And then you could see, I think there's let's see if there was a clean micro in there. Yeah, I guess you could look at this as a micro as well, but for me, I don't think that's well formed. Yeah, I don't think that's well formed, but I guess you could also look at this if you wanted to, but it doesn't really change anything for me, to be fair. But yeah, I would have looked at it as a bigger picture. And then yeah, so the 50 would have activated, and then off you go. I just want to see if that lines up with anything. Okay, so you got your 50, 88.8 there, matching in between that. I like it when it's like that when the 80 lines up with the 88.8, then I would throw something, but yeah, no. Okay, but yeah, there would have been your 50 tapped in. Again, in terms of trade managing this, you would have had to wait for this, which we don't wait around. Pretty much in about just after half an hour, we we go to reduce risk or we go to break even, depending on how you look at it, and then just start taking some partials because it's a Friday as well. Let's not forget. So you would want to be taking some partials quick. But if you was waiting for this high to get taken, we do so at around 8 o'clock my time. Because that would have been your booth that you would have needed. Wait, you don't actually do it just yet. Hold up. Okay, no, we don't do it just yet, but yeah, we tap in. We trade just below it. But I mean, there's your 10 to 1. Definitely take some partials there. And then again, when maybe next week or if it does, then just wait for your next partial target, which would be over there. But there's your 10 to 1 from this week, really. Let me go ahead and Okay, and I'll drop this in the chat as well. Okay, and then the last one I guess we can do is this